Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. Glad that you could join us. I'm here with Jackson Hamelund, and this is Thomas Ehart, here in Gresham, Oregon at the Yoshida Event Center, bringing you the action from this afternoon's collegiate women's basketball game between the Mount Hood Community College Saints and the Southwestern Oregon Community College Lakers. Respects the competition and represents a positive member. So how are you doing, Jackson?
I am doing good. It was a thrilling first game to watch, and I'm excited that I'm finally going to get a break after that intensity at the end. So I'm glad that you're taking my spot. We'll see how it goes, and I'm glad to be here. I can finally just watch a game. All the pressure's on you.
And I'm feeling the pressure, but that's okay. So I'll be bringing you the play-by-play. And starting with tonight's starting lineups for the visiting Lakers. Number 2, Kylie Monet Fletcher Gilbert. Number 15. Number 21, Kaylin Teagle. Number 32, Skylar Willie. Number 42, JC Powers. And number 30, Jillian Roybal. And now for the Saints, number 2, Journey Kennard. Number 10, Sydney Knudsen. Number 15, Michaela Patterson. Number 22, Marley Johnson. And number 34, Kylie Hoyleman. The officials tonight are Fernando Lira, Sarah Sowens, and Tony Bunt. We're getting ready to start with the tip-off, and action is about to begin.
Looks like it's going to be Patterson for the Saints, who's going to be going up against JC Powers for the Lakers. That'll be our 2 players to take the opening tip.
Ball is up. We are underway. And Lakers control the ball. Number 15, Patterson, comes on. She dishes it over to number 30. Try from deep, and it's no good. Saints ball. Knudsen has it.
Travel there. The possession going to go back to the Lakers.
Okay, Wiley's got it. She's giving it to Fletcher Gilbert. Guarded by Knudsen. Gets it to Teagle. Dishes out to Roybal on the perimeter. Wiley's down. She rolls it down the court.
That was a nice pass there and a good finish there.
So now Kennard's got it for the Saints. 2-0 lead for the Lakers. Gives it back to Knudsen. She's over the top.
Off the foot of Hoyleman there. That looks like we had a foul here.
Yep. Foul looks like it's gone against the Saints. Now Wiley inbounds it to Fletcher Gilbert. Find Powers for 3, and it's good. So here comes Kennard, a 3-point threat for the Saints. Johnson has it, puts it up, no good. Rebound by the Lakers. Bringing up the right side. And now to the middle is Fletcher Gilbert. Passing it to Powers, who finds Willie. The layup is good. 7-0 lead for the Lakers.
Looks like Hallie Meek's going to be coming into the game shortly.
Hoyleman has it. She finds a teammate on the corner for three. The attempt is no good. The Lakers have it and lose it. Back to the Saints for another three-pointer from Johnson. And it bounces out of bounds. Looks like it's still the Saints ball.
Coach Brown was not happy that the foul was called on the shot from Hoyleman, but nothing he can really do. So Saints are going to get the ball though, so that's very beneficial. Down 7.
So Patterson's out. Here comes Hoyleman. She finds Johnson. Back to Hoyleman, back to Johnson. Dribbling into the key with a shot. Comes up short. Now it's Lakers ball. Wiley's got it. She finds Teagle. Back to Powers, who comes up with a shot. Bounces out. And she comes up with her own rebound. Foul's been called. Foul's been called against the Lakers, so it's Saints ball.
It was called on J.C. Powers, who's got her on rebound. It was called for the offensive rebounding foul.
So Kennard's bringing it up. Again, she had 8 3-point shots in Wednesday's game. Saints looking to get on the board.
Just overpowering those threes there.
Shot by Johnson was no good. Lakers come up with it. Powers. Wiley. Teagle. The shot no good. Powers has it again. She's dribbling around the left side, defended by Saints.
Connor gave her a little pressure there. Nice long pass there.
Teagle up with the shot, but it didn't go in.
Hallie Meek going to be called for that foul. It's going to be a push.
So subbing in is Quintero for the Lakers, and coming out is Wiley.
Second team foul for Mount Hood this quarter.
Inbound to Quintero. She finds a wide open Teagle, who misses the shot, and the rebound goes to the Saints. Meek has it. She's at the top. Finds an open teammate out in the corner.
Connor couldn't hit the three like she did last game.
Now it's the Lakers ball. Back to Powers in the middle. Goes up for the shot. It's no good. And it's out of bounds off of the Lakers. So it's Saints ball. Kennard's going to be receiving the inbound pass.
Oh, nice interception there.
Pass intercepted by Powers for the Lakers. And she's finding the basket. Nope. Pass to the teammate. Fletcher Gilbert. And Fletcher Gilbert makes a 2-point shot. So it's a 9-0 game in favor of the Lakers. Here's Kennard.
Saints just can't get anything going on offense so far.
Hoyleman unable to hold on to that ball, and it falls into Lakers' hands. Foul call against the Saints.
That'll be Brianna Lewis coming into the game for Hoyland.
Inbounded by Fletcher Gilbert to Quintero. Heading over to the right side. Finds Powers. Back to Quintero. Up with the layup, and it's in.
Good finish there. Oh, now struggle by Knudsen to dribble it.
She gets it to Kennard on the left side. Kennard finds Lewis. Back to Kennard. Up for three, and it's good. Now the Saints are on the board.
And there's the three that she's been waiting for, carrying over from her 8 threes in the game on Wednesday.
Oh, hard foul there against Quintero. So it's the Lakers ball. She charged in hard and was tripped up by a Saints player and hit the ground.
Darrow went down pretty hard there. Looks to be okay.
Yep.
Saints were shut out in the third quarter of last game, and they were shut out for the first half of this first quarter before Kennard finally hits that three. And a little bit of an offensive struggle to start the game here from Mount Hood.
Yeah, absolutely. The pace of the game has been intense. Defense has been strong on both sides. The difference is that Mount Hood only finding that one shot to go in so far. Look for them to start that scoring rhythm. Build off of Kennard's performance. So the score is 11-3 in favor of the Lakers, with 4:41 to go in the quarter.
This quarter is kind of moving by pretty fast. It seemed to be the case last game too. It seemed like the first half of the game against Shemakita on Wednesday moved by in a flash, and all of a sudden it was the third quarter already. And again, with 3 total points being scored in the third quarter on Wednesday, that game went by pretty fast.
What adjustments the Saints need to make in order to catch up?
They just have to be able to contain themselves on offense. They've been turning the ball over in the offensive zone, and we've got to dribble off the foot, passes that have been picked off. They have to remain, they have to create pressure in the offensive zone and convert on chances they get.
So Hamilton's in now. She's inbounded it to Kennard, who dribbles it up to the key and puts the ball up, but it's turned over. Mount Hood wanting a foul for that.
Coach Brown is not happy with the officiating so far in this game.
Ball's turned over by the Lakers. Saints ball. Kennard brings it past the timeline. Southwestern Oregon's defense is set. She finds Lewis on the right. Drops the ball, but it's recovered by a Saints player. Meek has it. She's up with a 2-point shot. No good. Rebound gathered by the Lakers. Fletcher Gilbert gives it to Teagle.
Travel there going to help the Saints.
Yep. They've turned the ball over.
Conrad going to be checking out of the game. Kosmicki coming into the game.
Hey, power.
Kosmicki bringing it up past the timeline. Over to left side. Looks to her right and finds Lewis. Down low, it's Johnson. She tries. No good. Lakers ball. Quintero's dribbling it up to the middle. Out to Fletcher Gilbert. From 3, and she makes it. Saints ball. Number 22, Johnson has it. She's passed it to Lewis, who gives it to Merrill. Kosmicki. And a foul's called against the Lakers.
Kosmicki going to be heading to the line. Looking at her free throw percentage here, she is 57% on the season.
Well, the first one did not go in. Kosmicki trying to make that second free throw shot. And it does go in. So now the Saints only trail by 10. Here comes Southwestern, and they're quickly fouled. And they're going to be inbounding it over on their right side. So Hoylman finds, Saints ball. Try from 3. It's no good. Lakers come up with it. Across the midcourt. Teagle. To Roybal. Oh, and it's thrown out of bounds by Skylar Welly.
Almost hit Conrad right in the face.
Yep, right at the Mount Hood bench.
She had to deflect that one away right at the last second.
Saints ball. Looking to decrease that deficit. Finish the first quarter strong. Across midfield with it is Lewis. And the ball goes out of bounds on the Saints side. Saints ball. So Patterson's coming in for Meek for the Saints. The substitution.
Oh, good block there.
Kosmicki tried to bring it up to the cup, but was denied by the Lakers defense. Kennard coming back in for Knutson. Inbound for the Saints to Kennard. She's on the right side, heads to the left. Finds Lewis, who's fouled. And Lewis will get to the line.
Lewis, who is a 41% free throw shooter on the season. A little bit below the 50% margin there.
If she can at least split this pair, that will bring her percentage up. And that's what the Saints are hoping for.
Being down by 10, really need them.
And the first one goes in. Second one goes in. Lewis drains both of them. And it's a 6-14 game. Saints trailing by 8. Now Lakers ball. Wiley inbounds it to Quintero, who passes it nowhere, and the Saints come up with it. Lewis to Kosmicki to Patterson. Saints moving the ball around. Patterson let that ball go. Went up for a lay-in, but wasn't able to get the ball up, and it bounced out of bounds, and it's now Lakers ball. Quintero bringing it up on the right side. Passes over, intercepted by Patterson. Patterson coming on the right side for the Saints. To Johnson. Lays it up. No good. Contested rebound. Johnson wouldn't let the ball go.
Like tackled her.
50.
So we got 100 seconds left in this first quarter.
Hands up right now.
Wiley inbounds it. Fletcher Gilbert. Back to Fletcher Gilbert. She's on the left side. Strong defense by Johnson. And she's called for a foul.
Looks like Johnson's going to be coming out of the game, and it'll be McCray to take her place.
So Wiley inbounds it back to Fletcher Gilbert. Wiley now has it again. Roy Bull dribbling across the key. And makes the basket. Or did she? Looks like it didn't go in.
She was called for the foul, which is why the shot didn't count.
Now Saints ball.
Oh.
Big layup, did not go in. Now the Lakers have it.
Patterson just couldn't get the finish there.
Fletcher Gilbert finds Wiley. This is it back out. Fletcher Gilbert back to Wiley. Shots up, but it's no good. Now the Saints have the ball back again.
Good. Motion, motion, motion. Side to side. Side to side. Side to side. Side to side.
Out of bounds there. We're going to give the ball back to the Lakers. Shot clock off.
Okay.
Hands up. Hands up. Hands up.
Fletcher Gilbert passes it, gives it away. Now the Saints have it. Here comes Patterson. Pushing it back to Lewis. Kosmicki dribbling down close to the basket. She's up with a shot, but it doesn't count. And that's going to end the first quarter. Strong performance on defense from both teams. And the Southwestern Oregon Lakers are leading by a score 14-6. Your thoughts on the first quarter, Jackson?
The offensive struggles continue for Mount Hood. You know, you can see why they're on a 6-game losing streak. They can't put up as many points as their opponent. They've been outscored in the first quarter in the last couple of games. They really have to make a turn here in the second quarter, just because they haven't been able to get that many points in a half. Anyway, there was a game in which they won the game, but they still only scored 24 points in the first half. So they have to be able to convert on offense. Coach Brown not happy with the officiating, but I think the officiating has been pretty fair in the first quarter. The shots for the Saints just have not been able to work out. We've seen a couple of threes that were a little long. We saw a couple of little ones into the lane that they just couldn't put the shot up and in. It was turned over to the Lakers, and Lakers been able to convert on offense, and they've been playing very aggressive defense. So Lakers seem to be the much better team here, but I mean, nothing's out of the question yet. So I mean, the thing for Mount Hood is they have to keep forcing the pressure on the Lakers, and then they have to keep converting whenever they have the chances on offense.
Absolutely, Jackson, and the pressure has been there. The Mount Hood Saints have been the beneficiaries of several good turnovers, intercepted passes, and let's see if they can't capitalize on that in the second quarter here.
Now, it's only an 8-point difference, so this game is not out of reach, considering we've already played 25% of it.
It's going to be Saints ball to start the second quarter.
Hey, Caleb. Hey, Mark, you're in? Mark, you're in. Power. Come off Caleb's screen. Caleb, step up and set one. Mark, step up. We're going to go power on a screen. Come on, come on.
Hoylman inbounds to Kennard, and we are underway for the second quarter. She's guarded by Fletcher Gilbert. Passes to Patterson. Back to Kennard on the right side. Out to Knutson, who finds a teammate deep on the left. Lewis comes up with a rebound, puts the shot up, and it bounces out of bounds. Lakers ball. So here's Wiley to McLeod. Fletcher Gilbert. Oh, and the pass is blocked by Hoylman. Saints have the ball. Hoylman again. Up to Johnson. Out to Kennard for three. No good. Patterson has it. She's defended by two Lakers. Lose the ball. Saints get it. Out to Meek, who's fouled. That's the energy level I've been looking for to start off this second half from the Saints.
Been very aggressive so far, and we'll see if they can convert on this offensive opportunity.
Now Hoylman has it. She finds Kennard on the right. Down low. Looking for Johnson, who shoots, and it's good. Lakers now quickly coming back on the offense. Fletcher Gilbert.
Saints not creating much pressure on defense. Getting the confidence boost back.
So Fletcher Gilbert now finds Roybal on the left, and the ball's contested. The Saints have it. Looks like, no, excuse me, it looks like the Lakers still have the ball. Here comes Fletcher Gilbert, inbounding it. Teagle.
Aggressive opportunity there for them to steal. They couldn't get it.
Roybal. And Wiley up with the shot, but it's no good. Looks like she was fouled.
She's an 84% free throw shooter. Saints have the only points of the second quarter so far.
That's true. This is the player on the Lakers that you do not want to foul because she hits 4 out of 5 plus. In the first one, she sinks easily.
That one was actually kind of, it hit the back iron and then stopped and then just dropped in.
The second one's no good. Rebounded by the Saints. Here comes Knutson. She's giving it to Kennard. Kennard over on the right. She finds Hoyleman, who dribbles her way down, drops her defender, up and makes the shot, bounces off the iron. Here come the Lakers. MacLeod passes it to Teagle. Teagle can't come up with it. It rolls into the Saints bench. Mount Hood ball.
So what they have to start to do is create pressure for the Lakers and force those turnovers.
Kennard has it to her left. Passes to Patterson, who dribbles in, shoots it, no good. Lakers come up with the ball, and they're fouled.
Knutson going to be called for the foul there. Second team foul on Mount Hood this quarter.
We have a substitution. Hamilton coming in for MacLeod on the Lakers side of things. So here's Fletcher Gilbert. Looking to find some space on the right side. Out to Wiley. Into Hamilton. From 3, no good. Still Lakers ball. Here comes Hamilton underneath, and she's called for traveling. Saints ball. Kennard has it. Dribbling past mid-court. Shots up for 3, no good. Lakers with the rebound. Here's Fletcher Gilbert up the left side, and she gives it away.
Nice interception by Hoyleman.
Hoyleman dribbling up the Mount Hood right, and ball's out of bounds off of the Lakers player.
Quintero going to be coming back into the game. Looks like Fletcher Gilbert checking out.
Kennard up for 2, and it's good.
Nice put up by Kennard there. Ooh, aggressiveness.
Oh, big collision in there between Quintero and Kennard right at the midcourt, coming after a pass from the Lakers.
Kennard's going to be coming out of the game. Looks like it's going to be Raina Lewis take her place.
Ball inbounded to Roybal. Back to Quintero.
A little trouble on the pass there.
Yep. Couldn't hang on to it. Went out of bounds. Now it's the Saints ball. So Hoyleman inbounds it to Knutson. Back to Hoyleman. Dribbling up the left side. Backing down Teagle. He found Lewis on the right, but Lewis couldn't hang on to the ball, and it went out of bounds off of a Southwestern player. Still Saints ball. Inbound passes is intercepted, but The Saints lose the ball. 10-15 here with 6:29 left in the first half. Lakers inbound to Hamilton. Quintero has it. Finds Powers. Out on the Lakers' left side. Hamilton up, but doesn't hang onto the ball, and it's out of bounds off the Saints.
Saints have definitely improved in the second quarter.
They've only given up that 1 point. Wiley's up. Shot from the free throw line's no good. Now the Saints have it. And here comes Lewis, dribbling up the right side. Contested ball a bit there. Meek has it. And now Hoylman, dribbling to her left. Beautiful pass underneath to Johnson. Shot clock running down. And a foul is called. Foul on Johnson. No, sorry, Pat.
Kosmicki coming back into the game, taking Hoylman's place. Another substitution here. It's going to be McCree coming in for Johnson.
Hands up, let's go.
So the Lakers inbounding it. Quintero has it. Behind midcourt. To Hamilton.
Get there!
Back to Wiley. To Powers on the left side. Defended by Lewis. Back to the left side. Shot for three is no good. Air ball. Recovered by the Saints. And here comes Meek.
And that'll be a backcourt violation.
Oh, McCray. Lakers ball. Quintero takes the inbound from Powers. Now back to Powers. A low pass bounced off of the Saints sneaker and whistles blown. Another inbound from the Lakers. It's going to be Willie. Back to Quintero. She's looking for space on the left. Finds Powers. Powers is up with a shot. No good. Saints have it. Here comes Kosmicki. To Meek on the right side. 3-point shot. No good.
Putback was just a little bit too strong there.
Lakers ball.
Nice finish with two defenders.
Yep, Roybal up. She had to try twice, but the second one went right in. It's 17-10 in favor of the Southwestern Oregon Lakers.
Harmon going to be checking back into the game here.
Foul called against the Lakers.
Foul's going to go against Willie. Timeout.
What's been the difference for the Saints here in the second quarter?
Well, holding the Lakers to just 3 points so far, about more than halfway through the second quarter has been key. They've gotten a lot of pressure. They forced the Lakers to throw the ball out of bounds a couple of times, a couple of interceptions. The thing is, they just can't convert on many of them. They just turn the ball right over. As they're down 7 right now, but the way that they've been playing, you'd think they'd be down more. But they've been doing okay here in the second quarter, but they really got to pick it up in the second half in order to make a real push in this game.
They're going to have to shake those third quarter blues and put some big points on the board in the third quarter.
A lot of aggressiveness close to the basket. It's kind of been the main shot for both teams, just going up underneath the basket, trying to draw those fouls. And we've had a couple of them so far. I like what I'm seeing here in the second quarter. I think it's very much a close game.
Absolutely. And Kennard was able to hit that one. Kennard was able to hit one 3-point shot to keep her pace from the last game.
You know, she's 28% on the year from three-point land. And she hit 8 3-pointers in that 6-point loss against Chemeketa. Just wasn't enough. Saints riding a 6-game losing streak. Lakers riding a 4-game losing streak. As Kosmicki now at the line, looking at her free throw percentage here, she's 57%.
So the shot's up and it goes in clean. 11-17 in favor of the Lakers. The second one goes in. So here's Wiley inbounding it to Quintero. Hamilton, and a foul's called.
I've been having issues all afternoon with the shot clock. Just haven't been able to reset it correctly.
Willie inbounds it once again to Quintero. On the left side here for the Lakers. Back to Willie. And play is stopped again.
Again with the shot clock.
The shot clock has been tricky this afternoon. So once again, Wiley inbounding it. Quintero with the ball, heading to her left. Passes back to the right to Wiley, who finds Roybal. Now Hamilton. Back to Roybal for 3. No good. The Saints have the ball. And here's Hoyleman to Patterson. To Meek. To Knutson. Back to Meek. And a foul's called.
It was a travel call. Coach Brown did not like that.
Traveling call against the Saints. Now once again, Wiley inbounding it to Quintero. Back to Wiley on the left side. Hamilton is fouled. So Hamilton will be heading to the line.
Meek is going to be called for the foul. And okay, Hamilton, she's 66% on the season.
First one goes in. 6-point game. And the second one does not go in. Rebounded by the Saints.
Going to get a foul here on Willie.
Knutson to Hoyleman. Hoyleman coming on the left side. Crosses midcourt. Out to Meek. Back to Knutson. Sorry, to Patterson. To Knutson. Kosmicki. Back to Patterson. Back to Hoyleman on the right side. Back to Kosmicki. And she's fouled.
Quintero called for the foul. It's an inbound, actually.
Kosmicki up for the shot, and it rolls in. Took a while to make up its mind, but that ball decided to score 2 points for the Saints.
And a gesture of relief.
And so Kosmicki scoring with those 2 points, and she's at the line to make a 3-point play. She shoots 57% from free throw. And it's up. And does not go in. Rebound by Roybal. She finds Quintero. Dribbling up on the left side. Back to the middle. Wiley now has it at the top. Back to Roybal. Back to the left side. Quintero up with the 3-point shot. It's no good, but she's fouled. So Quintero at the line.
Kosmicki called for the push.
She shoots 69% 0.9%, 70% from the free throw line. First one's up and in. Gives them a 5-point lead for the Lakers. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. And the second one goes in. So it's 20-14 Lakers. The third free throw does not go in. Saints come up with it. Here's Hoyleman. Dribbling in midcourt. Looking for a teammate on the right side. Passes to her left. Kosmicki's got it. Back to Hoyleman. Shots up. And it's no good. Lakers ball.
Patterson call for the foul, and we have a Cray coming into the game. Patterson checking out. More free throws coming from Roybal, who is a 79.5% free throw shooter on the year.
She missed the first one. Second one's up and in. 7-point lead for the Lakers. Hoyleman has it. Dishes it to Kosmicki. Meek. Oh, and the ball gets in the hands of the Lakers, but they quickly let it go. And so it's still the Saints' ball. Knutson will be inbounding. Over on the left side. He finds Hoyleman. Back to Knutson. Back to Hoyleman on the right. Kosmicki all the way on the right. Back to Knutson. Back to Meek. Back to Kosmicki. Up for three. No good. Lakers have it. Here comes Hamilton. He's passed it to Wiley, who's given it to Quintero on the left. Back to Wiley. Over on the right. Teagle has it. Roybal for three, and it's good. 24-14 Lakers. Saints now have the ball. Hoyleman dribbling to her right. Passes to Knutson. Finds Kosmicki. Back to Hoyleman for three. No good. Saints have it. Oh. Falls into the hands of the Lakers. And foul is called on the Saints. So it's the Lakers' ball.
Kosmicki is called for the foul, and Lewis checking back into the game, and Kosmicki going to be coming out. Quintero back at the line.
First one is no good. Again, Quintero's a 70% shooter from free throw. Second one's up, and it goes in. So now the Saints have the ball, looking to get something going here. Here's Hoyleman. She finds Lewis. Back to Hoyleman. He's calling the play. Back to Lewis. Knutson, rather. Lewis. Knutson. Hoyleman. Back to Knutson for three. Doesn't go. Now it's Southwestern ball. Quintero has it, dribbling up on the left side. Rather, the right side. Passing over to the left. She found Roybal, who finds Wiley up top. Brings it in herself for a neat layup past all of the Mount Hood defense. So here's Hoyleman for the Saints. She's looking to get something going. Hoyleman to Knutson, back to Hoyleman. Lewis. Hoyleman again. Knutson again. Lewis on the right side. Back to Hoyleman. Gets the shot up. And it goes in. How about that?
That's what the Saints need just before half, just to get another bucket, make this a little bit more reachable game, being down by 11 at the end of 20.
And what a half. It's been very intense so far. The Southwestern Oregon Lakers getting the better of it by a score of 27-16.
First half was really an issue with the Saints, rather, as Coach Pratt did not like most of the calls the official made. A lot of turnovers made by the Saints. It's got to go into the locker room and regroup and come out in the second half strong. Again, they started the second quarter very good. They created pressure, forced turnovers, but then kind of fell behind late in that second quarter, allowed the Lakers to make a couple of big shots, and then they couldn't really convert on much. Getting that last second bucket just before the half may have given them the momentum they needed to bring into the second half. They find themselves down by 11, but it's basketball, so an 11-point lead means nothing. So I'm excited to see what the second half brings, and I'm looking forward to the final 20 minutes of this one.
Absolutely, and with Conard rested for much of the second quarter, look for her to try to spark that scoring in the third quarter, that much needed scoring in the third quarter, which is going to be pivotal in this game if the Saints are going to be able to come back.
I think the biggest key for them in the second half is, like I said, they have to be able to create pressure and create those turnovers. Something that they did quite well at the beginning of the second quarter, holding the Lakers to just that one free throw for most of the first half of that first quarter. But then they started to get hot again and make big shots. So for the Saints, the biggest key in the second half is that they have to create pressure on the Lakers, but also they have to make sure that they convert on the offensive side as well. That's going to be the biggest thing for them going forward. And for the Lakers holding on to this lead, they've been doing quite well. They've been creating pressure for the Saints. They've been forcing the Saints to shoot. They've been pushing them to the outside. It's just been it's the Lakers' first half. We're just hoping to see that the Saints pick it up in the second half going forward. I think that this game is definitely not going to be over until it's over.
This has all the makings of another competitive matchup. Both sides seem to make adjustments right before our eyes and adjust to those things that weren't working for them in the first quarter. And we had a completely different performance from the defensive side of the ball in the second quarter from the first quarter. In particular, the Saints being able to get on the board a little bit more in the second quarter. They really need to find a scoring stroke because they're already down by 11.
And they've been able to hold halftime leads, but when they're down at halftime, I don't believe that they have. I have yet to see a win when they're down at halftime. So I'm hoping that they can regroup in the locker room, come out strong in the second half, and turn this 11-point lead into something smaller, as did the men earlier today. They found themselves down early in the second half, but then all of a sudden we had a tie game. So it's definitely not a game that's over yet. This is definitely a pivotal game for the Saints as they come down the stretch. So it'll be really interesting to see how the second half starts. And I feel how the second half will start is pretty much going to set the trend for what the entire second half is going to be. So it's going to be a good one, and I can't wait to see it in about 11 minutes.
Certainly. Excitement is one of the main ingredients of Mountain Hood Saints basketball, and we are in store for an exciting second half. And if you don't have plans for the afternoon, make your way on down here to Gresham, Oregon, to Yoshida Event Center. There's still some tickets available and some seats. You can catch the final half of this exciting Super Sunday basketball matinee.
Let's take a short break and be back with you for the second half in a couple of minutes.
So do you normally attend all the events here?
It's basketball. I don't know what other. I mean, I know they got a lot of other sports, but I don't know what sort of program they do. Like, it doesn't matter if they just show up and play, or if they have music and intros. I mean, I don't know. There's got to be somebody running a scoreboard somewhere. But I just started doing it this year.
So that's what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm doing the scoreboard and the horn, clocks, and all that stuff.
Oh, you're the shot clock
No,
guy.
the shot clock is right here.
Oh, okay.
I can reset it.
Yeah.
That little trigger thing there, that's the old there. You either hit one button to go to 30, one button to go to 20. And the thing about it is, I think that you're supposed to aim it towards this, like a remote control, but they keep aiming it out that way. It's like that's where the thing is.
Oh, yeah. You know, we got a projector at home, and I still point like my thing at the wall instead of at the machine.
It's like it's right here. This is the box that all the information comes from. So I don't think there's a readout like up there here. So I think we're trying to figure it out why it's not working. Why she uses the button and it's not reading it. But I think it's because she was going like it's not working. It's not working. It's like here. So she's even further away by going up. But the other guy is normally here, he does the same thing. It's kind of an instinctual thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Like
if you've been here now,
you know, you're like, that's
that all
come on, work. And it's like, the box is back there.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes. That's why you have a remote, so you don't have to like think about it. So the guy that normally does it, what's his name?
It's Mason. Yeah, I guess that Super Bowl plans. He couldn't play. He couldn't be here today. He's on the baseball team as well. Oh, she's on the softball team. So the student athletes are kind of pretty easy little gig, but like something kind of a thing.
Oh, cool. You a student?
No, I worked in the Trailblazers for a while, and a buddy of mine who does this for the Blazers, they were looking for someone out here, so he recommended me to Kim.
Oh,
She kind of said, "You want to do it for our show?" I'm like, "Sure." And there's normally another guy who does the PA stuff, and he's been sick the last 2 days, so it's like trying to add more.
so when they need somebody, they call the Blazers?
No, it's just they had a contact.
Yeah.
And then that guy and I knew from the Blazers, so he recommended me to him. So maybe he was doing it before, I don't know.
This is exciting. I watched some games, some of the work that Jackson and Jake were doing on Wednesday, and yeah, I mean, I just feel a lot of excitement being here and seeing the athletes compete and do their best.
Yeah.
Inspires me to try to do my best, even though
It's fun to be right up on it, really just kind of see and hear all the stuff that's going on. It's really kind of cool.
So how did I do this?
How that? It's okay. Are you want me to take back over? Okay.
If you're okay with that.
Yeah. You develop your own rhythm. You did quite well.
Yeah, I'm excited to just, practice more and keep doing it.
But baseball is definitely going to be a little bit easier because it's a little bit, like you said, two stories. So it's a little bit slower paced. So. That was a nice little break. But do you want me to take back over?
Yeah, probably because there was a lot of dead air, and I was just trying to figure out like the names of the players and stuff. And I did make a few mistakes with the names of the players, but I was surprised at how I was able to, get a rhythm going at points. But definitely there were some possessions where I didn't even say a single thing. But yeah, if you want me to, I'll keep doing it. So. Normally on Saturdays. Normally the games aren't on Sundays, and they start
Usually it's on Saturday.
Saturday.
But there is another game on Saturday, the 25th. That's their final home game.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the men probably aren't going to make the playoffs, but I mean, I haven't looked at the standings to see if there's even like a mathematical chance at this point. But they played like it. I feel like they really played like they have a chance. And too bad it came down to the wire. And they weren't able to. Because that was one free throw. That was the difference in the game. Was that last?
It was one point, yeah.
Casemiro.
Very consistent. All right, let's take a look at some scores from yesterday, specifically the Clark Penguins, who will be coming into this building on Wednesday. They fell to Lynn Benton by a final score of 73-58 yesterday. So if Mount Hood cannot come back in this game, both those teams will also be coming off a loss. So that'll be an interesting game on Wednesday. As for the Lakers, their next game is against Umpqua, who did not actually play a game this weekend. Their last game was on Wednesday, and they defeated the Lynn Benton Roadrunners 66-51. So once again, the Lakers are 7 and 14
No, I'm sorry.
overall.
I might have fouls right here.
And
Excuse me.
3 and 7 in conference play. Saints 7 and 13 overall. 2 and 8 in conference play, coming off a 6-game losing streak. So we'll see if they can pick things up here in the second half. And it's going to be quite the second half to see. I'm excited to see what the second half brings with just the 11-point lead for the Lakers. I mean, this game is definitely not out of reach for the Saints.
Not at all. But they've got to focus on the task at hand, which is breaking that third quarter taboo of not scoring in Wednesday's game. So hopefully they get on the board early in the second half to start chipping away at that deficit.
Well, the second half about to get underway. Tom, did you enjoy calling that first half?
I enjoyed it, and I hope all of you at home enjoyed it as well. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of this game, find the color commentary, and
well, I was glad to have half up, but it's good to also be back with you. So let's get this second half started as the teams will switch sides. So now the Saints will be moving from left to right. The Lakers will be moving from right to left. I'm sorry, I have that backwards. The Saints will be moving from right to left, and the Lakers will be moving from left to right. So the third quarter will begin with Johnson to inbound the basketball. 20 minutes down, 20 minutes to go. She gets it in to Conard. And Conard will dribble it at the logo, get it across now Hoyleman. Hoyleman with 3 defenders on her. Dribbles inside the lane, puts up a shot. That one is no good, but she's going to get fouled. And she will go to the line. So the foul is going to be called on Teagle. And it will send Hoyleman to the line. And see her first free throw here. She is a 63% free throw shooter, and she hits the first to put the Saints back to within 10. So the second free throw on the way, and that one is also good. And now here come the Lakers again as Quintero gets the pass, and now she passes it over to Fletcher Gilbert. As now that is a backcourt violation, as the pass was caught by Willie, but she stepped over the back line, and the Saints will get the ball back.
Well, already just 20 seconds in, the Saints getting 2 points on the board and looking to add to that here to have a strong third quarter.
Conard gets the inbound pass from Hoyleman, crosses the timeline, now moves up, moves over to that right side, now moves back, looking for somebody to pass to, and she gets it across now to Patterson. Patterson now dribbles into the key, now gets it back out. Hoyleman, top of the key. Hoyleman looks, gets it out to Johnson. Johnson moves around. Johnson looks, gets it across. Conard, a 3. It's good! Conard, just her second 3 of the game. but she is making them. And now a tip pass that's going to be caught by Teagle, and now gets it back across to Roybal, and now gets it to Gilbert. Back across now is Willie. Willie inside, gets it back. Coach Brown wanted to travel, he didn't get it. Now here's a pass out to the left side. That's Gilbert again. Gilbert looks, gets it back to Quintero. Quintero gets it to the inside to Willie. Willie spins, puts up the shot and can't put it in. Rebound to Conard. Conard now dribbles up the timeline and moves on to that right side. Looks. Conard trying to find a passing lane. It's a long pass. Hoyleman, top of the key. Hoyleman moves to the inside, back to Conard. And Knudsen could not handle the pass. It's caught by Johnson, and now a pass back to Conard goes out of bounds, and possession gets turned back over to the Lakers.
So far, I like what I see. A lot of good ball movement from the Saints, and 5 crucial points on the board to cut the deficit down to 6.
So Willie inbounds it. It's Gilbert to bring it up. Gilbert looks. She's got 2 defenders. Gets it back to Willie. Willie with a long pass over. Here's a 3 on the right side. It's off the iron. No good. As that was Roybal to attempt. Patterson the rebound. Gets it to Knudsen. Knudsen crosses the midcourt. Gets it across now. Here's Hoyleman, a 3 left wing. Off the iron. No good. Tipped out and recontrolled and intercepted by the Lakers. Here comes Quintero again. Quintero looks and gets it to Willie. Willie looks, gets it over to Gilbert. Gilbert looks again. Here's a 3 left side. Air ball. Too much there from Quintero. And the pass is taken away by Johnson. Johnson crosses to the right side over to Knudsen. Knudsen gets it back out. Johnson looks, gets it to Hoyleman. Hoyleman on that right side now moves to the top of the key, gets it to Conard. Conard looks, oh, what a fake. Gets it out to Patterson. Or that was Knudsen, I'm sorry. Knudsen with a shot, wouldn't go in, rebounded by the Lakers, and here comes Quintero back up the floor. Quintero moves to that right side, gets it across now. And now here's an inside look, and that one was no good by Roybal, but she is fouled, and she heads to the line.
An athletic play by Roybal. She passed several Mount Hood defenders, but wasn't able to get the ball up, but she was fouled.
So Johnson is going to be called for the foul. We look at Roybal's free throw percentage. She is 79%. See if she can put the Lakers back up in a 6-point game here. With 7:23 to go, third quarter. Roybal's first free throw is on the way, and it is good to put the Lakers up by 7. Kosmicki now down at the other end of the court. Now you got 2 Lakers heading that direction. Just 1 additional Laker there to collect the free throw, and she makes both. Knudsen inbounds it to Conard, gets it back over to Knudsen, over to Hoyleman. Hoyleman looks to cross, gets it over to Knudsen to Hoyleman, who crosses the timeline. Hoyleman being guarded. Hoyleman waits on the logo. Now tries to find a passing lane, and she will get it across to Kosmicki. Kosmicki gets it in, and now a pass that was mishandled by Patterson, and a foul is called. And the foul there is going to be called on Teagle, and it will send Conard to inbound it from underneath the basket. Now Conard steps back in and looking to see who's going to inbound it. And it looks like it will be Conard to step back and inbound it. And Conard will throw the inbound pass into Kosmicki, who puts up a shot, couldn't put it in, and it's intercepted by the Lakers. Coach Brown wanted a foul, he didn't get it. Now it's Quintero, brings it up the floor. Quintero spins, gets it out, and now it's Gilbert. Gilbert on the left wing, looks for a passing lane, gets it across. Now here is Roybal. Roybal gets it across, now is Willie. Willie puts up the shot, can't put it in, but she gets fouled, and she goes to the line again. So the foul there, I believe, went against Hoyleman, maybe. Or it was Kosmicki. She was called for the foul. Now Willie
Lewis is subbing in. She's coming in for Kosmicki.
Now Willie will have her free throws to see if she can put the Lakers back up by double digits. Now it's an 8-point lead, 6:41 to go. First free throw on the way is good, and it's a 9-point lead. Still has a second one on the way, and see if she can put that one down as well. Looks eyes and fires, and that one is good as it bounced around the rim and fell in. Lakers by 10, 31-21, as Knudsen gets the inbound pass and now gets it back to Patterson, and Patterson is going to be called for the travel, and the Lakers have the ball once again. So the inbound pass will come from underneath the basket. It'll be Gilbert to inbound it. Gilbert looks for somebody to pass it into, and she gets it into Willie. Willie now underneath the basket, puts it up, can't put it in, but she is fouled again.
Tough break for the Saints. They're defending 2 and 3 possessions in a row. Wiley's back to the stripe again.
So Knudsen going to be called for the foul as Coach Brown has words to the officials. Officials gave him a warning. First free throw on his way is in and out. So it remains a 10-point game. 6.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Second free throw from Willie is on the way, and that one is good. So it's an 11-point Laker lead as the inbound pass goes to Conard. Conard gets it across back to Hoylman. Hoylman on the left side gets it back to Conard. Conard motioning, no, pass inside to Hoylman. Hoylman looking, here's Conard. Conard gonna take a three. It's good! That's 3 threes for Conard. And the Saints are back to within 8. So here come the Lakers once again as Gilbert lost the handle. Here comes that Hoylman. No, it's not. And now that one was put in. Sorry, that was Lewis. Lewis who had it. So a quick 5 points from the Saints have put this at a 6-point game. Now across. Here's a three from Quintero. It's off the iron, no good. Rebounded by the Lakers. They have it once again. It's now inside, and now a whistle, and we have a foul call.
That bucket by Lewis just now, Kennard and Lewis were double teaming the Lakers player and came up with the ball.
So Lewis is going to be called for the foul. And it's going to be a inbound from underneath. And Quintero is going to be the one handling the inbound, and she gets it in, and that pass is lost. Intercepted by Patterson. Gets it across now, Lewis. Lewis crosses the timeline. Now looks for a pass, gets it over to Knudsen. Knudsen inside. Pass out, Patterson. Patterson lost it, puts it up. Puts it off, no good. Collection on rebound. Patterson again, floats, no good. Rebounded by the Lakers, and here they come the other way. Here is McLeod. McLeod got 2 defenders. Intercepted by Lewis, but she stepped out of bounds. Lewis had it for a second, but her foot was just on that red line, and possession goes back to Southwest Oregon. So that'll be Willie to inbound it. And shot clock has to be reset. So Knudsen going to check out of the game. Meek comes into her place. Willie with the inbound pass, gets it in. Now holding it at the top is Quintero. Quintero moves over to that left side, gets it across. Now here's a three from Roybal. It's no good. Rebounded by the Lakers. Putback is up and in by Willie. So now the Saints get the ball back as Hoylman gets the inbound pass. Long pass out, Lewis. Lewis looks, dribbles, gets it to Hoylman. Hoylman on the right side now backs up to the logo. Motions her team and now looks for somebody to pass to. Hoylman with a pass out to Patterson. Patterson gets it across now. Lewis gets it back over Conard. Another three. It's an air ball and rebounded by the Lakers, and here they come the other way. Quintero's going to bring it up the floor. Quintero moves to that left side. Quintero has Lewis on her, gets it over to Willie. Now it's back over, and here's McLeod. Gets it back out, and now here's a deep two, no good. Rebounded, and trying to collect her own rebound was Falau. And that one is no good, and now the Saints bring it back the other way. Here's Hoylman, gets it to Conard. Conard gets it to Meek. Meek spins, tries to put up the shot, and now she gets it back out to Conard. Conard across to Hoylman. Hoylman at the top at the logo. Now waits, being guarded by Quintero. Hoylman now moves over to the left side. Pass out, gets it to Lewis. Back over Hoylman. 6 to shoot. Back out Meek. Meek to the inside. Gets it out. And now Conard going to take a late three. It's no good, but she did not beat the shot clock. And it goes back to the Lakers. So they're going to reset the they're going to reset the game clock to 3:55, and we take a media timeout. And right now, an 8-point lead for the Lakers, 34 to 26. But Saints definitely bringing the pressure here in the second half.
Absolutely. So far, they've scored 3 more points than the Lakers, and 3 of those points have been off of a Journey Kennard 3-point shot. Saints have found some scoring rhythm here in the third quarter, and cut the deficit from 11 to 8.
Well, Kennard with 3 3-pointers. She's made 2 now in the second half. On her way to maybe getting close to the 8 3-pointers she hit in the last game against Shemekia. Definitely helped contributing. Saints, who were down by as many as 11, have now crawled back to within 8, with just 3:55 to go in this third quarter. So just under 14 minutes to go in this entire game. Definitely not out of the question yet, but he's still going to be more aggressive on defense. A lot of calls that have gone against the Saints, and Coach Brown, who got a warning from the officials, has not liked the calls that have gone against this team.
It's been a tough game, hard fought on both sides, and neither one of these squads is afraid to defend hard and get called for fouls. And the officials have been busy.
So now out of the timeout now will be Laker ball, as it'll be Willie to inbound. Looks like she's got Quintero to inbound to 2. And she does get it into Quintero. And now Quintero going to be guarded by Knudsen. Gets it back over to Willie, back over to Quintero, over to McLeod. McLeod on the left wing, gets it back over. And now here's Quintero once again. Quintero moves over to the right side. Now she moves back to the left side, gets a block. And now we got a double dribble. Going to be called on the Lakers. Saints going to get the ball. As now it is Kennard to get the inbound pass from Knudsen. Kennard crosses the timeline, gets a pass out to Meek. Meek looking, gets it to Kennard. Kennard gets it across now. It's Hoylman. Gets it back to Kennard. Takes another 3. And that one's in and out. Rebounded by the Lakers. Here's Quintero once again. Got it from Willie. Quintero looks on that left side. Now dribbles to the key. Now lost the ball. Collected, out of play, and possession is retained by the Lakers. So Johnson going to be coming back into the game, it looks like. She's going to be taking the place of Kennard, who's going to be checking out.
The Saints playing tough defense, making it hard for Lakers to find any sort of shot here.
So now here comes Powers. Powers with a 2, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson brings it up the floor. Now a pass out to Knudsen, over to Kosmicki. Kosmicki into the key. Pass is tipped, intercepted by Quintero. She's got McLeod on the breakaway, but she moved too fast. Kick out, left side 3. Off and no good. Rebounded by the Saints. Is it going to be collected by Knudsen? So now Knudsen going to cross the timeline, get it out to Hoylman. Hoylman on the left wing. Hoylman looking for somebody to pass to. She's got McLeod guarding her. Gets it to Knudsen. Knudsen on the left wing. Guarded by McLeod. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson over to Hoylman. Hoylman on the right wing. Got Knudsen. Gets it over to her. Knudsen spins. Now gets it back over Hoylman. Here's Meek to Johnson. A 3 left wing. Off the iron. No good. And rebounded by Powers. So Powers brings it back up the floor once again for the Lakers. Moves over to the right side. Gets it across to Willie. Back over now is Quintero. Quintero on the left wing, gets it over. Now is Willie, gets it back into Powers. Powers going to put up a shot, and she puts it in! With the reverse. Here's Hoylman, got the pass from Meek. Hoylman gets it across now is Johnson, back over to Hoylman. Hoylman on the logo. Now backs, moves over to the right side. Now a pass out, Kosmicki. Kosmicki with a pass over to Knudsen. Knudsen over to Johnson. Johnson back over to Knudsen. Knudsen back over to Johnson. Johnson going to take a 3 and hit it! And that's what the Saints need, a huge 3 here, late here in the third. So here's Powers. Almost couldn't handle the pass, and now the pass does go out of bounds, and possession is to Mount Hood.
Another big break for the Saints.
So substitution time for the Lakers as Gilbert's going to be coming back into the game, taking the place of Roybal. So now it'll be Hoylman to inbound it with 90 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Gets it into Knudsen, over to Johnson. Johnson crosses the timeline, gets it over to Hoylman. Hoylman backs up, now dribbles to the outside. Moves and gets it to Johnson, over to Kosmicki. Kosmicki back over. Hoylman thought about a three, didn't take it. Back over Johnson, going to take a three. It's off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Powers. Gets it over to Quintero. Quintero hustles up the court. Now back out on that right wing. Quintero looks, gets it across. Now it's Willie. Willie with a pass. It's out, tipped, caught by Quintero. Puts up the two, no good. Rebounded by Meek. So Meek up the timeline. Gets it across Knutson. Knutson to Hoylman. Hoylman moves to the top of the key. Now looks again, gets inside the lane, tries to put up the shot, and cannot. Rebounded by the Lakers as Willie gets it. So gets it over to Gilbert. Gilbert crosses the timeline. Looks like Conard is going to be coming back into the game for the Saints. Willie on the right side, gets it to Powers. Jumper from the free throw line, no good. Rebound is to Meek. Meek spinning. Tries to find a passing lane, gets it to Hoylman. Hoylman as she crosses the timeline. Now looks, spins, and we got a whistle. And a foul is going to be called on McLeod. So substitution time as Conard comes back into the game in the place of Hoylman. And Conard is going to be handling the inbound pass. Looking for somebody to get it into, and she does to Kosmicki. Kosmicki on the logo, gets it to Johnson. Johnson on that right wing, gives it back to Kosmicki. Kosmicki over, here's Conard. Conard on the left wing, gets it back over to Kosmicki. Fake the pass to Conard, get it back to Johnson, motioning Conard. Gets it over to Conard, top of the key, back over. And now here's a long pass out to Conard. Conard, here's a three. It's no good as the shot clock expired. And the third quarter comes to an end as well. With the score, the Southwest Oregon Lakers 36 and the Mount Hood Saints 29. Just a 7-point game as we enter the final 10 minutes.
That was exactly the third quarter that the Saints are looking for. They were able to claw back into this game, and now going into the final period, it's a 7-point game. Anything can happen in basketball.
Coach Brown's still kind of unhappy with how the game has been going in terms of the officiating, but we didn't get a lot of calls in that third quarter as much as we did in the first half. I have a feeling that here in the fourth quarter, the officials are going to try to let the players play as much as possible. Just a 7-point game, so, I mean, definitely nothing out of the question. Conard being a huge contributor with 3 3-pointers on the night. They're definitely going to look to get it back to her late in the stage. And a lot of big shots from Johnson as well. She's hit a 3. Meek being able to get underneath the basket. So these Saints players not giving up hope for their team just yet and allowing their team to stay in this game.
Yep, getting the ball through Hoylman has been one of the keys. She's been able to find a few openings in the Lakers defense and capitalize on that. And
so out of that timeout now, it'll be Saints ball. I'm sorry, it'll be Lakers ball. So Willie will inbound it to start the final frame here in Gresham on this Super Sunday matinee edition of Saints basketball. Gilbert gets it across now as Willie gets it over to Powers. Here's a 3 on the left side. It's no good, but it's going to be rebounded by the Lakers as it was Hamilton to get the rebound. Gets it to Powers, flips a 2 and puts it no good, but the rebound put in, and Powers is able to collect her own and finish. So now Conard gets the inbound pass from me. Conard moves to the right side. Looks for a passing lane, now backs up to the logo, motions and yells her team, gets it over to Knutson. Knutson to the inside to Kosmicki. Kosmicki puts up the shot, it's picked off by Willie, and Willie gets it across now to Gilbert. Gilbert crosses the timeline and floats a pass out. Here's Powers with it now. Powers now gets it across Willie. Over now is going to be Hamilton, gets it back out to Powers. Powers to Gilbert. Gilbert's going to take a 3. It's off the iron, rebounded by Conard. Conard hustles up. Crosses the midcourt timeline. Now looks. Gets it across to Johnson. Johnson to Kosmicki. Kosmicki going to take a 3. Off the back iron. No good. Tipped out of bounds. Possession is going to go to the Lakers.
good ball movement on both sides.
So here come the Lakers as the inbound pass is going to be coming from Willie. It's a long inbound pass to Hamilton and gets it back over to Willie. Now over to Gilbert. Gilbert still haven't crossed the timeline. Gets it now across the timeline to Hamilton. Hamilton looks. The pass is picked, and it's going to be intercepted by Conard as she looks for somebody to pass to. Conard pressured. And now we got a foul And the foul is going to go against Fletcher Gilbert. And Conard is going to be the one to inbound it.
The Saints keeping their heads up, keeping the intensity level in this game high.
So Conard actually went back onto the court. She's going to get the inbound pass from Knutson. So Conard will dribble it up the timeline, crosses the midcourt line, gets it over to Kosmicki. Kosmicki now dribbles inside, tries to put up a shot, does it, puts it in. A nice finish from Kosmicki to put it within 7. Here's Quintero, gets it over to Willie. Willie looks for a pass and gets it back across. And now here is McLeod. And now that is going to be called on the Lakers as McLeod was called for the travel. So the Saints will get it. Down 7, 8:17 to go here, final quarter. Conard gets the inbound pass from Knutson, gets it back over to her. Back over to Conard, crossing her timeline. Conard looks for a passing lane. Now backs up. Looks, gets it over to Knutson. Knutson on the left wing. Now dribbles, top of the circle, gives it over to Johnson. Johnson over to Conard. Conard pass to the inside to Kosmicki. Kosmicki tip pass is collected by Knutson. Back over to Conard. Back over to Meek. 3 to shoot. Here's Johnson. Johnson moves inside, puts up a shot and can't put it in. And the shot clock was expired anyways. And possession goes back to the Lakers. Last couple of possessions, the Saints have taken that shot clock all the way down to its limit. So here's Quintero. Gets it back over to Willie. Back over to Quintero. Gets it over to Powers. Powers gets it back, and now here's a 2 put up, no good, as that was Roybal. Gets her own rebound. Back out to Powers for 3. It's off the iron, no good, and rebounded by Conard. Conard gets it to Meek. Meek crossing the timeline, gets it over to Kosmicki. Kosmicki to the corner. Here's Johnson, a 3. It's good! Johnson hits a big 3 there with 7:16 to go. It's a 4-point game.
It is starting to click for these Saints. They're moving the ball around and they're finding that open player. And in that case, it was Kosmicki.
So with 7:16 to go, media timeout, 38-34 in favor of the Lakers. And Johnson hitting a couple of big 3s down the stretch.
Yep, Johnson. When they found Johnson, they found themselves 3 points closer to a victory. And it's only a 4-point game at this point. So the second half has been going the Saints' way. They were down by 11 at the end of the second quarter.
Johnson, who is 28% from 3 this season, a little bit higher than Conard by just 0.2% at 28 and 28.2. So with 7:16 to go, it's going to be Lakers basketball. And here in a 4-point game, as we saw in the first game in the men, this might also come down to a final shot.
And how exciting will that be?
Two
Super
straight
Sunday.
2 straight games. It really is a Super Sunday. And I believe, yep, it is past 3:30, so the football game has also started between the 2 teams that I can't stand. So now here is Willie. She will inbound it to Quintero. Quintero now will bring it up the floor, gets it back over to Willie, back over to Quintero, still across the timeline. Now they do. Here's Quintero on the left side. Intercepted! And it's Patterson the other way, gets it to Knutson. Knutson looks for a passing lane, a long pass over to Johnson, mishandled, but able to recontrol. Gets it over to Kosmicki. Kosmicki at the top of the key, now backs to the logo. Kosmicki looks, gets it across to Conard. Conard looking over to Johnson, hands it off. Johnson with a little bit of space, back over to Conard. 8 seconds to shoot, back over Johnson, gets it across. Here's a 3 on its way, banked off, no good, as Knutson could not put that one down. So here come the Lakers again. Quintero brings it up. 6.5 to go here in a 4-point game. Gets it over to Willie, over to Powers. Powers moves to the free throw line, spins, puts up a shot, and puts it in. So a 6-point Laker lead as Conard will inbound it. Conard inbounds to Knutson, back over to Conard very quickly. Conard will bring it up the floor. Here come the Saints, down 6, 40-34. 6:08 to go. Loses the ball, and it's possession to the Lakers.
Powers has really been a factor in this fourth quarter, especially on the offensive side of things for the Lakers.
So now the inbound pass will come from Willie. She'll inbound just to the left of us. And she gets it into Gilbert. Gilbert crossing the timeline, gets it across, looking, gets it back. Here's McLeod. McLeod moves to the right side, gets it back over to Willie. Willie to the inside to Powers. Powers to the top of the key, loses possession, and now it's collected again by Gilbert. Gilbert stumbles, and we got a foul. So Knutson going to be called for the foul. Lewis going to check back in. She's going to be taking the place of Conard. With 5:47 to go, inbound pass will come from Willie on the far side. And now here is Powers. Gets it back to Willie. Willie across, over to McLeod, back over Gilbert. Lost it, recollected. Gilbert again. Here's a 2 from Willie. It's no good. Caught by Johnson. Johnson brings it back up the floor. Back over to Kosmicki. Kosmicki, back out Johnson. Back out Patterson. Patterson moves inside the lane, puts up a 2, and puts it in. Crucial shot there, Patterson. We're back to a 4-point game. Here's McLeod crossing the timeline. McLeod moves to the inside, gets it back out. It was Roybal, gets it to Gilbert. Now it's McLeod over to Willie. Willie looking, gets it back over to Roybal. Roybal out to Gilbert. Gilbert back out to Powers. Powers for 3. It's an air ball and out of bounds.
Great defense there by the Saints, keeping the Lakers spread out. And
So another timeout. Just under 5 minutes to go in a 4-point game. 40-36 is the Lakers' lead. Saints not giving up just yet. They're down by just 4. They have made a big comeback in this game, and it's all thanks to the big shots from Johnson, Conard, and a lot of rebounds.
yep, that last scoring play by Patterson, and she backed Powers down all the way to the basket and laid it in nice and easy to get the Saints within 4.
So I said I wouldn't do this, but I'm going to. I'm going to look to see what the score of the football game is right now. It likely just started. Probably scoreless. And see what it is. Well, saying it hasn't started yet, so probably doing a national anthem. Who knows, but we'll see. Coming up for the Saints, they have 3 more home games. Wednesday against Clark, then the following Wednesday against PCC, and then they end on Saturday the 25th against Umpqua. Then they finish with 2 games on the road at Clackamas and at Lane. For the Lakers, they will be playing Umpqua on Wednesday. And Umpqua, who came off a win, we'll see if maybe the Saints can give the Lakers their 5th straight loss. And after 6 games, maybe the Saints will get back into the win column. But with 4:59 to go, it's still a 4-point Laker lead. So here we go. Final 5 minutes as Lewis gets it in from Johnson, gets it back to Johnson, now over to Knutson. Knutson on the left side, now spins and gets it back over to Johnson on the logo. Johnson looks, now gets it back over to Knutson. Knutson on the left corner, gets it back out to the wing, over to Johnson, inside to Kosmicki. Kosmicki with a pass out, Johnson. Johnson, 8 to shoot, gets it back out. Here's Lewis. Lewis moves to the inside, gets a pass out, it's intercepted by Powers. And here come the Lakers the other way. McLeod has it as she crosses the timeline, gets it across now to Roybal, back over to McLeod. McLeod, top of the key, at the logo, guarded by Knutson. Now Lewis comes in, gets it over to Roybal. Roybal, step back now, gets it over to Powers. Powers out, here's Gilbert. Back out Powers, 10 to shoot. Powers spins to the inside, puts up the shot, and can't put it in, rebounded by Conard. So here's that is Lewis. Lewis brings it the other way. Over to Kosmicki, back out Lewis. Lewis over to Johnson, one-handed catch. Gets it back out Kosmicki. Kosmicki gonna take a contested 3, and she hit it! How about that with 2 defenders on her, and she still hits the 3. It's a 1-point game. So here come the Lakers. Back across now is Roybal, and she loses possession, and the Saints will get it with 3:40 to go, down by only 1.
They are defending like it means something, and that's where a lot of these scoring plays have started with a good stop on the defensive end of things. And now it's just a 1-point game.
Roybal checks out. Quintero checks back in. Kosmicki gets it in to Knutson. Crosses Looks across the timeline, gets it over to Lewis. Lewis with a pass. Now back over to Knudsen. Knudsen looks, motions her teams to the inside. Back out. Here's Patterson. Patterson out. Here's Johnson. Johnson moves to the inside. Pass out. Here's a 2. It's good! Kosmicki puts the Saints in front by 1. Timeout Lakers, 41-40. Saints with a 1-point lead with 3:16 to go.
I'm telling you, Jackson, I've got goosebumps. This is what you book your Super Sunday for with NWAC basketball. 2 close games, and this one, just like the men's game, is coming down to the wire.
Off a 6-game losing streak, they'll see if they can hold just a 1-point advantage. Still have plenty of time, 3 minutes and change remaining. And now we will this is likely our final timeout of the game. I think we might have one more as we get underneath a minute, so we'll check in on that when it gets there. But now 41-40 Saints lead, and this, like we said earlier, could come down to a shot. 2 very close games, and what a Sunday this has been. So here we go. Out of the timeout now, it'll be the Lakers to inbound as Teagle will handle the inbounding duties as she gets it into Quintero. Over to Gilbert. Gilbert crosses the timeline, gets it out to Quintero. It's a pass that goes off and out of bounds as it was too much. And the Saints will get possession back with 3:09 remaining.
The Saints staying focused on defense.
And creating pressure as well. Kosmicki gets the inbound pass from Knudsen, gets it over to Conard. Almost lost the handle on that one. She's able to recontrol. Conard looks for a passing lane, gets it to Knudsen over, and that one is tipped back into the hands of Patterson. Patterson back over to Conard. 16 on the shot clock. Conard at the logo, gets it over. Now it's Kosmicki. Kosmicki on the right wing, gets it across now, moves to the inside. Here's pass out, Kosmicki again. Gets it back out, Patterson. Patterson spins, puts up a 2. Can't put it in. Intercepted by McLeod. 2.5 to go. McLeod on the left side. Gets it across now to Quintero. Quintero holds. Gets it now to Powers. Powers inside, puts up the shot and puts it in with a foul as Quintero puts the Lakers back in front and a chance for one more. So Kosmicki is going to be called for the foul. Sends Quintero to the line. See if she can put this at a 2-point lead, and she does. 43-41 Lakers, 2:27 to go. Conard with the inbound, looks, moves out, top of the key. Conard gets it back, now looks, pass out, gets it to Kosmicki. Kosmicki dribbles inside the lane, puts up a 2, puts it in, and we're tied. Here comes Quintero. Lakers back, and here's Quintero again, gets it from Gilbert, and now the pass was tipped. It's intercepted. Kosmicki with it over to Patterson. Back to Kosmicki. Under 2 minutes to go. Kosmicki holds. Looking. Gets it to Conard. Conard back to Kosmicki. Kosmicki into Knudsen. Knudsen to the lane. Over to Kosmicki. Kosmicki. 12 on the shot clock. Looking. And now Saints coming down. And now we got a whistle. So now we have a timeout called.
A lot of tough possessions here for the Saints. They've been running that shot clock way down, passing the ball, but they've been encountering a lot of resistance from that Southwestern Oregon defense.
So they'll just have 7 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 97 seconds to go in a tie game. And this could be a very pivotal possession for Mount Hood.
Absolutely. They need to focus on getting in good position and getting rid of that ball quickly to beat the shot clock.
43 apiece. Once a game that we thought might have been controlled by the Lakers has now come back to be all square with 97 seconds remaining. And both these games going to be coming down to the final minute.
Absolutely. It looks like Hoyleman's coming back in for the Saints.
So out of the timeout now, Saints basketball, inbounding from underneath that left basket.
Excuse me.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Looks like it's going to be Knutson to inbound it. See if the Saints can convert on this huge possession they get. As now Knutson floats a pass out to Kosmicki. Kosmicki with 5 to shoot. Moves inside the lane. Kosmicki puts up a shot in and a foul! And a chance for one more and a 3-point lead.
The Saints can taste it. They're executing their play, their game plan, and they're executing those plays.
Teagle going to be called for the foul. Substitution time as it looks like Hamilton going to be coming out. Willie comes back in. A little confusion with the officials in the scoring table as now Teagle comes out of the game. Hamilton comes back in. 45-43, 93 seconds to go. Kosmicki still with one free throw to try to make this a 3-point lead for the Saints. Free throw on its way from Kosmicki. It is good, and it's a 3-point lead for the Saints. 93 seconds to go. Willie gets the inbound pass from Powers, gets it over to Gilbert, crossing the timeline. Now looks, gets it back, and now it's intercepted. It goes out of play, and possession is retained by the Lakers. Saints almost had an opportunity to pick that pass off, but that ball goes out of bounds, and possession is back to the Lakers.
The Saints player just got a hand on it and went out of bounds.
Here's Gilbert to inbound. She floats a pass in, and it's out of bounds, and the Saints have it. She floated that one to her own bench. Coach Brown dropping his water bottle as Conard gets the inbound pass from Johnson, gets it back to Johnson. Saints, all they need to do is use that clock. They lead by 3. Clock at 1:15. Johnson with a pass into Kosmicki. Kosmicki looks inside. Now gets it back out to Knutson. Back out to Johnson. 10 to shoot. 1 minute remaining. Over to Conard. 6 to shoot. Conard moving to the inside. Back out. Floater. Up. No good. Rebounded by the Lakers. And now we got a timeout.
Another tough possession there on offense for the Saints as they got close to running down the shot clock, and Kennard with the attempt that just couldn't quite make it into the basket.
So now out of the timeout, the Lakers are going to be able to advance the ball. So they will be able to inbound it on their own end, is what we're hearing from the officials. It's a 30-second timeout, 53.5 seconds to go, 46-43 lead for the Saints, as they are just a minute away from their first win since January 18th. It's been nearly a month since both these teams got a win.
Well, one thing's for sure, in the next 53.5 seconds, a new winning streak will begin, and a losing streak, sadly, will be extended another game.
We're going to see a lot of aggressiveness in these final 53 seconds, Thomas.
It's abundantly clear to everyone in the Yoshida's event center that the Lakers and the Saints want this victory bad.
So out of the timeout now, Willie will handle the inbound. She does inbound from the far side. Shot clock reset. Back out now, Gilbert. Gilbert on the left side. Now looking. Down 3. Gilbert motions to her teammates. Gilbert now gets it across. And now here's Hamilton. Hamilton moves inside. Gets a pass out. Willie, a 2, no good. Back to Powers. Fresh 20. Pass, tip, taken by Johnson. Down to 30 seconds. Johnson with it. And now we got a whistle and looks like we got a foul. And the foul is going to be called on Willie. So it'll be an inbound for the Saints. 29 seconds to go. Leading by 3. Johnson will inbound. Johnson over to Conard. Conard now on the logo. And now she is going to be fouled. And the foul is going to be called on Gilbert. 26 seconds to go. Still double, so no free throws yet. Knudsen gets it back to Conard in the backcourt. Conard going to be pushed, and she is fouled. Almost bumps into us. She's able to keep her balance, and now we are going to get some free throws from Conard. So, Coach Bembry for the Lakers looks like he's going to take a timeout after the free throws. Conard's first free throw on the way is good. So it's a 4-point Saints lead. Huge 2-possession lead now for Mount Hood. Second free throw on the way from Conard is good. 5-point Saint lead, 48-43, 22.9 to go. And the people here in the Yoshida Event Center absolutely tense right now.
Yep, it's coming down to the final seconds, just like you said, Jackson. And the Lakers are starting to see this one slip away from them. 5-point game, a 2-possession game with 22.9 seconds left on the clock. Lakers standing to see it, their losing streak extended, and Saints ready for the jubilation of starting a brand new winning streak.
So out of the timeout now, huge 2-possession lead for the Saints. 48-43 is our score. As now it will be the Lakers to have possession, and they have to get a quick bucket and then foul. So out of the timeout now, here is Gilbert to inbound. She gets it in, and now that pass is tipped, and it's picked, and it goes off the foot, and it's going to be re-inbounded by the Lakers. So that took 2 seconds, so still 21 seconds. Willie gets the inbound pass, now to Gilbert. Gilbert with a into the lane, and now a foul is going to be called. So the foul is going to be called on Johnson. So to the line, or it looks like it's going to be an inbound. 18 seconds remaining. 5-point Mount Hood lead. So here we go. Willie will inbound. Gets it into Gilbert. Gilbert now moves to the inside. Tries to put up a shot. Could not put it in, but she is fouled with 14.4 remaining. And now she will go to the line. Try to put the Lakers back to within a possession. Down 5. First free throw on his way is no good. So here we go. Coach Brown telling his team to rebound if this one's missed. Gilbert's second free throw on the way is no good. Rebounded by the Lakers. They got it back. Put back up by Powers is no good. Rebounded Johnson. And now she is fouled with 7 seconds to go. Huge missed free throws there from the Lakers. And the Saints can taste it now.
Way to maintain focus on the defensive side of things and limit the Lakers to a pair of missed free throws.
So Johnson was able to keep herself in bounds and get the foul. First free throw on the way is good. It was bouncing around the rim, and now the Saints lead by 6, and now a huge free throw to put them up by 3 scores. It is good. 50-43. Clock counting. Fans can count with it. Saints can taste it. Here's a quick 3 to the outside with 2. It's good, but that is not enough. For the first time since January 18th, the Mount Hood Saints are back in the win column.
Well, it looks like we're putting some time back on the clock.
So they put time back on the clock, but it's likely not going to be enough time. So with 9/10 of a second to go, they're just going to look to waste this final second and get a win here against the Southwest Oregon Lakers. What a moment this is. Glad to be here with you to celebrate it on Super Sunday.
Saints coming back from double digits. The first time they've trailed at the half. The as far as I understand.
And here we go. Patterson to inbound. Gets it into Conard. That's it! Since January 18th, they hadn't won a game. But the Mount Hood Saints are back in the win column with a 50-46 victory here today against the Southwest Oregon Lakers.
Doesn't it taste all that much sweeter coming from a large first half deficit, staying focused on defense in the second half, and coming through with a surprising comeback victory.
What a game. They brought the pressure in the second half, you could say. They had a lot of big shots. Those big threes from Johnson and Conard definitely helped contribute to this win. What a huge win for the Saints at this point in the season. They now improve to 8-13. They are 3-8 in conference play. They can still make a late playoff push like the men. Nothing is out of the question yet. And they finally put an end to their 6-game losing streak. Unbelievable game. So now the Clark Penguins come into this building on Wednesday off a loss to Lynn Benton. The Saints are going to be having all the confidence as they come off a 50-46 victory here in what was not one, but two thrilling Sunday afternoon games.
Yeah, Jackson. Unfortunately, the men's Saints weren't able to get it done, losing by that 1 point down the final stretch. But what a thriller for this women's game. They were able to come through on top in comeback fashion. They were able to score and score more in the third quarter than they did last Wednesday. And it's got to feel good setting some goals, setting some challenges as a team, as a squad, and coming through and meeting those challenges and getting back in the winning column, which is very important.
So they split the season. Each team wins a game, both at home. A huge win here for the Saints. 3 remaining games here at the Yoshida Event Center. They have Clark, then PCC, then Umpqua. 3 huge games coming up. Then they finish at Clackamas and then at currently the undefeated Lane Titans. That is going to be a huge game. Even if they were to lose that one, they can help build themselves up to it by getting some pivotal wins with 3 remaining home games and then that game at Clackamas, especially considering Clackamas came in here a few weeks ago and beat them. So that will be interesting. So hopefully you will join us for the Clark game on Wednesday. Thomas, thank you for joining me for this thrilling 2-game Sunday.
Thank you, Jackson. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I wouldn't have spent the day anywhere else.
So go watch the football game. We don't know what the score is right now, but hopefully you will join us on Wednesday. It'll be Clark and Mount Hood. Hopefully it'll be me and Karsten Concon. We should have a video feed by then, hopefully, but we will see. Once again, our final score, the Saints 50 and the Lakers 46. For Thomas Ehart, I'm Jackson Hamelund. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you again on Wednesday.